So there are 5 rules you need to obey to make smoking hot squeeze pages. So here they are. Rule number 1, less is more. So what does that mean? Less is more. Well, it means exactly what it sounds like. Less is more. If you want a more powerful, higher converting opt-in page, then put less stuff on it. Now, I've seen this over and over again. Some people will have a huge sea of text that reads like a sales letter with 300 different bullet points on why people should opt in. They've got all kinds of pictures, videos, all this stuff for an opt-in page. And then they wonder why they get terrible opt-in rates. I'll tell you why your opt-in rate sucks, because people don't want to read all that crap, all right? Less is more. Think about it, all right? Let's just say that I pulled you aside one day and I tell you that you need my free report. Then I spend the next 30 minutes talking your head off on reasons why you should get it. What's going to happen? Well, you're probably going to run away fast because I'm trying to sell too hard. Because now it seems like a commitment. If you say yes, it probably means that you're going to get pummeled with tons more offers, and I'm just going to ramble my head off even more, right? And now it sounds like it's going to be time consuming. And when it happens, you instantly shut it out. It's a huge turnoff. But let's flip things a little bit. What if I walked up to you and I just said, hey, I got one weird trick that's going to help you lose 10 pounds in the next 15 days. Would you listen? Probably, especially if you're overweight. Do you think you'd give me your email address if I told you that one weird trick? Yes, because now I got your attention, now it sounds easy, and now it's straight to the point, and it doesn't sound like there's any big pressure or commitment. And here's some examples of some squeeze pages that have worked extremely well. And as you notice, there's not a lot of stuff on it. Less is more. There's not a ton of content on here. I have a short video, I have a headline, a little bit of text on the right, and that's about it. This opt-in page right here got me about a 60% opt-in rate, which is pretty dang good. Here's another opt-in page I've used. There's not a lot here, but this has worked very well for me. Again, less is more. I don't sell people hard on trying to give me their email address. I make it very simple and to the point. Here's an opt-in page that Auto Traffic Monopoly is using. This is one of the top products on ClickBank right now. So if you go to Auto Traffic Monopoly and if you try to leave, this thing is going to pop up. Do you see how very simple this site is? Less is more. There's not a lot of stuff going on. Here's another one. If you try leaving Auto Mass Traffic, this thing is going to pop up. Do you notice how there's not a lot of options? Less is more. And check out this one. Very, very simple. Not a lot of content on here, but this one works very well. This is the opt-in page that CB Traffic Warrior is using right now. So that's an example of how less is more with the content on your opt-in page. You don't need a lot of content on your opt-in page to make it convert. Next, less is more with the free gift that you give away. Look, people got ADD these days. They don't want to read a 5,000 page ebook. They don't want to receive a big box of PLR junk. They don't want 30 ebooks on nutrition and fitness information. People don't want it. So if you're trying to give away a big, massive ebook, or if you're trying to give away a gigantic report or tons of videos if people opt in, nobody's going to opt in. And now you know why. And I've seen this over and over again. People will have a squeeze page that says, hey, if you opt in, I'm going to give you a cheesy 800-page ebook on nutrition tips. Or I'll give you a 300-page thesis on relativity. Or I'm going to give you a 15-hour video which explains thermodynamics. Or whatever. People don't want all that crap. Way too time consuming. People don't want to have to go through all of it. It sounds like way too much work. So here's the thing. I've got courses right now that I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on that the truth is I haven't even gone through yet because it's just way too many pages long or it's too many videos for me to watch. And these are courses that I've spent money on and I still haven't gone through them. Now let's flip that. Do you know how many free ebooks, free reports, and free videos I've got that I've never even bothered looking at? A lot more. Because people have busy lives, people have busy schedules, and they have a lot of distractions right now. They got kids interrupting them every few minutes. They've got cell phones that are ringing. They've got people sending them text messages. They've got pop-ups, instant messages. They've probably got 10 different website tabs open and all kinds of distractions. And this means that when you're putting together a free ebook, a free report, or a free video that you can give away as opt-in bait, then you need to keep it bite-sized. Keep it short and to the point. Keep it something that people can use right now. Because the bigger it is, the less likely people are going to be to go through it. So for example, don't give away a 150-page ebook on list building. Even if it's jam-packed with good stuff, don't do it. Instead, give away a free report which reveals one sneaky trick that they can use to get 500 people on their list in the next 48 hours. Do you see how that sounds quick? How that sounds easy to digest? I said I'm just going to give away one sneaky trick, which means that they can probably find out exactly what it is in the next few minutes. That's not intimidating. But if I told you that I'm going to give you a 53-hour video course which shows you the blueprint on how to get 500 people to your list in the next 2 years, do you see how that suddenly sounds like a lot of work and how it's not as cool? Or let's just say you're doing weight loss. Don't give people a 90-page report on diet and nutrition. That sounds long, that sounds boring. Instead, give people a free report which reveals 7 powerful secrets to shed 16 pounds in the next 2 weeks. Do you see how that sounds instant? That sounds simple. It's just 7 powerful secrets. Or if you're going to give away a video, give people a free 10-minute and 30-second video which will expose the #1 biggest secret to getting your ex back quickly and easily. Again, it's short, it's to the point, and it sounds easy to digest. I clearly mentioned that it's 10 minutes and 30 seconds long, which tells people, hey, I can go through this in the next few minutes. So again, less is more with the gift that you give away. Less is also more with your opt-in box. It's proven, and I've tested this hundreds of times, so believe me on this one. The more stuff you ask for to get people to opt in, the less opt-ins you're gonna get. So unless there's a big reason why you really need to know what their first name, their last name, or their phone number is, don't ask for it. The more stuff you ask people for, the less people that are gonna opt in, which means the less money you're probably gonna make. Because what happens is the more stuff you ask for, the more steps it becomes. Now, if you notice, I generally only ask people for their email address, and because of that, I get awesome opt-in rates. Now, a lot of people will try to get their visitors to give them their first name and their last name and their email address, but why? Ask yourself that. Why? There's not really a need for it. Sure, you can have Aweber automatically send them an email that uses their first name in it to try to personalize it. It's cool, I know, but the truth is it really doesn't work as well as it used to. Most people have seen that trick thousands of times. They don't believe that it's really you sending them a personal email anymore. It's been kind of overdone. So just skip it unless there's a reason why you really want to know their first name. I just ask people for their email address, and it's worked phenomenally for me. One of the #1 bestsellers on ClickBank right now. What are they asking people for? Their email address. That's it. They're not asking them for their first name, their last name, their dog's name, their favorite color, none of that stuff. Just their email address. And if the #1 bestseller on ClickBank is doing it, there's probably a reason for it, okay? Because it works.